Welcome to the Wrestling Renaissance Rants. In this episode, we'll be going over the past 2 weeks' Smackdown, Raw, NXT, and King and Queen of the Ring. We'll also be going over predictions for NXT Battleground, and we'll talk about what will be coming up in our next episode. So, we're going to start off with Smackdown review. We're going to be going over the week before and last week's. And that's going to be to the feel and theme of how I'm going to go through today's episode with each specific show. I'm going to go over both episodes in one go. So we're going to start off with SmackDown with LA Knight destroys Carmelo in a backstage promo. I liked watching that promo, and I love how Carmelo talked about how he was the number 1 draft pick. And then LA Knight comes up with, yeah, but who was the number 1 draft pick when Tom Brady was drafted? Who is he now? He doesn't even know his name. That's how bad the number 1 draft was. Then we have during Nia versus Jade Cargill in the quarterfinals or semifinals? Quarterfinals, I think. Nia insults Jade Cargill in front of her daughter. And I think this might lead to a bigger feud, because whenever they involve the family or the kids, that usually means it's going to lead to a lot bigger feud. And I'm excited to see a Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill leading up to SummerSlam. Or what I think will happen, Nia Jax is gonna win at SummerSlam against Bayley, whoever is there. I think it's gonna be Bayley because that makes more sense. Have Nia beat Bayley, and then you're gonna have Naomi versus Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship, in which Jade Cargill can finally win a singles title. I think that's a really good way and best way to do this. And then Logan makes sure he is only fighting for Cody's title. So he made sure he had his lawyers, and they had a whole thing talk about how he never agreed to fight for both titles. He only agreed to be the challenger for the Undisputed title. So they made it official. At King and Queen of the Ring, it's only for the Undisputed Championship. Now, that's it out of... actually, no, it's not. Sorry, I lied. Then we have the next SmackDown. Logan Paul gives brass knuckles to Michael Cole, and Cody asks for a search. The referee finds another in Logan Paul's pocket, but he claims it's Jake Paul's pants. Jake Paul can't win without cheating, especially against Mike Tyson. So he put jabs to his brother. Then Piper Niven attacks Bayley after Bayley's match, and Piper and Chelsea after are ready to clash with Bayley again. So Piper Niven might get a championship match against Bayley as well. So they're setting that up, and I think I'm excited to see that as well, but not as much because I don't know. I'm not really into Bayley's matches. No, that is the end of the SmackDown. Now we're going to go with King and Queen of the Ring, and I actually have stuff for both. So, King and Queen of the Ring. This is live reactions. I wrote this out as I was watching it, because I wanted to put my actual thoughts into it. And I went, and this was Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. I went, oh my gosh, Liv beats Becky by dumb interference. My prediction was wrong. I originally had Becky Lynch winning it. Did not expect Liv was going to win it. Also did not expect the entire story with Dom getting even bigger. Then we have, they were starting to talk about the triple threat. So I had thoughts before Chad versus Bronson versus Sami Zayn. I think Maxine and Otis will finally turn on Chad Gable, and I think Sami will retain. What actually happened? Sami Zayn wins and retains, after Otis accidentally hits Chad Gable. So, kind of, but not really. He didn't mean to, but I think it, with how the story's going, he's definitely trying to turn. Well, I didn't put that in because I actually didn't realize, unless I did. Oh, that's Raider. Never mind, I'll talk about that. I gotta remember. Next. Oh, wait. Before I keep going. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan, I gave a 3.25 stars. Some of these are going to get stars, some of them are not, because I didn't really care about the match, I think. And then the triple threat, I gave a 4.25. I think it's valid for the triple threat. Then we have before the Nia versus Lara Valkyrie for Crane and Ring, I think. So I put down here. I originally, before I changed it, I said originally I thought Riley was gonna win, but then I heard at the beginning of the match, whoever wins gets a title match at SummerSlam, and because of that, I realized they cannot give it to Raw because they already have the Rhea versus Liv at SummerSlam, because that's the main plan, is have Rhea come back for SummerSlam and go for the Raw title to get their title back. And because of that, Nia has to win, so that way there's going to be a whole thing going on with SmackDown with Nia, and that way the Raw is open. So I changed it to Nia will win, because I put the winner faces champ at SummerSlam, and I said Rhea is for SummerSlam. So which is why I had to change it to Nia. I also put for before King of the Ring, since LA didn't make it, Gunther will win. So, the actual stuff. Also I put below Lara can't win then because of Rhea. But then Nia Jax wins and is the Queen of the Ring. 3.5 stars. And then I put Gunther is the new King of the Ring. 4 stars. Though I originally didn't even realize that there was that this finish was botched. I did not see that. I was not paying attention. I actually looked away by the end, and my dad came home and asked me, "Hey, who do you think is gonna win?" And then the moment he asked that, Gunther won. So all that happened really quickly, so I didn't really see. And then we have the main event. Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title. And I went, so I originally, because I forgot about the Undisputed title. I forgot it was for the title. I said, I want to see Logan win without brass knuckles. But then I forgot. I said, oh yeah, it's for the title. So I said, I want to see Logan get DQ'd. Because if Logan, the way Logan lost, it verifies him. He's still good. But if Logan just lost normally, cleanly, without shenanigans and all that, then it kind of ruins his credibility as a champion. And I love watching Logan be as a champion, because that means you get to see Logan Paul fight more, and we get to see more of his matches, and we get to see how good of a wrestler he is. So here's the stuff I put down. I said some of the stuff that happened, some of the stuff I thought. So before the match, Triple H reveals Drew is cleared, medically cleared, and he will be facing Damian at Crash at the Castle in 3 weeks. Technically, it'll be two weeks by the time this comes out. So the main event was a slow start, but then it sped up a little bit into it. Brock Knuckles got in play multiple times. Logan does a crossroads. I actually would have wished he when Cody got up from it, that Logan went Roman was right, because I think that would have been funny, because Logan likes to steal moves, and Roman did it, telling him that, see, it doesn't actually work. But then Logan gets a count of 9. Cody begs to stop the count. Cody wins after interference. Stopped Logan from using brass knuckles again. after the interference stopped Hogan from using brass knuckles again. Cody almost lost because he had a awesome table spot where Cody was on the announce table and Logan did the jump from the ring onto the announce table, and it was amazing. I loved that match, and I'm happy they did Logan versus Cody because Logan's skill is really good. So I actually wrote on about this. I actually just updated this today. I originally had LA versus Gunther with LA winning. That prediction is wrong. LA didn't even make it past the quarterfinals. Tama Tonga won, which then led to Randy winning and beating Tama Tonga and being Randy versus Gunther. I had no idea that was going to happen. Then I had Raya versus Tiffany Stratton with Tiffany winning, and Tiffany also lost the quarterfinals. I'm so upset. Both people I picked to win both lost in the quarterfinals. Though I was right with other people getting to the finals with Gunther and Raya Valkyrie. I was right about those two, but everything else was wrong. Now we're on Raw. So most of the stuff doesn't really even talk about the King of the Ring or talk about it after the fact, which is why I am able to have this stuff afterwards. So Raw, Sami Zayn tells Alpha Academy to leave Chad Gable, which I like this feud and I want to see this keep continuing. Braun Breaker sends the local talent, which I didn't even watch that match, I didn't even know about this until after, to the hospital. And then Braun Breaker takes out Ricochet as Ricochet saves Iljanov Dragunov. Braun Breaker keeps taking out everyone. He is a menace. And then Sonya Deville returns, which I'm excited to see Sonya Deville in action again. Though we might not be able to get that yet. But she is on screen again. Then we have the next Raw. Damian and Gunther have a promo battle. Damian is excited to be able to have a match with Gunther, and he respects him. Drew comes out ahead of Crash at the Castle. And they have a little back and forth. They really hate each other. But I'm excited for that match at Crash at the Castle. I will be making all my predictions in the next episode, which I will be talking about what next episode will be about and when it is at the end. Then we have Braun Breaker spears both Ricochet and Iljanov Dragunov during their one-on-one match. Karrion Kross came out and talked to both Kofi and Xavier Woods about Xavier Woods leaving Kofi Kingston's shadow. For some reason, he looks like Trevor from GTA. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but he looks like Trevor from GTA. Like, I want your guys' opinion. If you guys are watching on the Ranger Co. podcast show and want to comment about it, I want what your thoughts are, because he really looks like Trevor. And then Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus brawl backstage. They have a lot of heat. I'm excited to see that type of rivalry grow. Gotta love to see that match. Especially that, I forgot what he said, but Ludwig said something that I think might actually upset Gunther. But I don't exactly remember what he said, but it was something like that was like, sounded like he was being rude about it. And then Judgment Day lay out the LWO, which I'm excited and happy Carlito is getting another group, especially a heel group, because that's a good thing to see. But then Maxine Dupree stops Chad Gable from ripping Otis, and she gets sent out. But at this point, Maxine Dupree is probably going to be no longer a part of Alpha Academy. I think she's finally going to get put free. She might even tag with Ivy Nile, and I'd love to see Ivy Nile, Maxine Dupree tag champions. So we could see that coming up. Now we're going to be going on to NXT. So on NXT, we have Dante Chen returns. I don't know who that is, but I've seen him now because he returned. I like him. The OC attack Axiom and Nathan Fraser. And I'm glad OC are getting their push and their momentum. And I'm excited about that. Then we have Leslie and Joe Coffey both pin Josh Briggs at the same time and are now going the Battleground for the North American Championship. It's going to be a triple threat now. Then we have in the next week, Sexy Red is hosting NXT Battleground. Sexy Red reveals Women's North American Championship. It has a red center and it's a white belt. I don't really like the design. It reminds me too much of the Raw Women's Championship, but instead of the big W in the middle, it's just a North American. It's really just a North America. It's the same thing. It's really just the same. They should have changed it a little bit or something. Then we have Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockout Champion, is challenging for the NXT Women's title at Battleground. I am excited to see that match. TNA and WWE, two champions, going one-on-one for the NXT Championship is amazing. Though, I already have thinking who's going to win because they're not going to do having TNA actually win that. But I think it's going to be a really good match. Then we have Ethan Page debuts at NXT and reveals he took out Noam Dar and Oro Mensah and then attacks Chuck Williams. I think he also said he's going for the men's NXT championship. So I don't know who Ethan Page is, but I know he's from AEW and now he's in WWE. But I don't know much about him, so I have to actually see how he is in a ring, in a match with Chuck Williams or with Fordham title. So I'll be ready to see that match and see how he behaves. Now, we are getting to the end. I know this is quite quick. So we're going to be going over the confirmed NXT Battleground match card, which will be happening on June 9th. So that's something we'll also be talking about soon. So we have Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace for the Women's NXT Championship. I predict that Roxanne Perez will win this because I don't think they're going to allow TNA to win it. But if they're not, because they're both champions, I don't think they're going to do it clean. Especially with TNA. I think a rival of Perez is going to interfere and cause a disqualification or cause shenanigans or something. Because especially with how powerful and how strong the TNA Jordan Grace is, I don't think she's going to lose cleanly to Roxanne Perez. There's some type of shenanigans, especially because Roxanne Perez is a heel. Then we have Axiom and Fraser versus the OC for the NXT tag title. I want to see the OC win because OC has not been tag champions in a long time, nor normal champions in a long time. And I would love to see them be champions again. I want to see how they are again, and I want to see them in wrestling again. Then we have the North American Women's Championship ladder match with Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Fallon Henley, Keone Jordan, and Mitchin. I think... I didn't think about this. I don't know most of these guys. Well, I kind of do, but don't know how good they all are. Sol Ruka. I'm going for Sol Ruka because I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, she's supposed to be a really fast but short wrestler, kind of like luchadors, and because of that, I think she's gonna win it. Because I remember one of the most famous ladder matches for a North American title for men's was when Wesley won it, and Wesley had one of the longest reigns when he won it at the ladder match. And I think they're gonna do that with Sol Ruka being basically a counterpart of Wesley. they're basically the same. So I think they're going to put Solarica as the inaugural, which I think is a really cool and fun history and something that you achievement to say that you were the inaugural women's North American champion. And then we have Obafemi versus Joe Coffey versus Les Lee for the men's North American title. So what I've seen online and something I think is Obafemi is going to retain, but the reason why they put it in a triple threat is so then Obafemi will pin Joe Coffey, and Les Lee, who just returned, won't get pinned, so it won't mess with his momentum or anything. And that way it could also lead to another Obafemi versus Les Lee match where Les Lee can win the title. Then we have the final match of the card that's confirmed is Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice at NXT Underground, which I'm excited to see that match. I've never really seen NXT Underground before, so seeing Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice will be awesome. Because Lola Vice actually attacked Shayna Baszler after their match when Shayna Baszler was trying to be nice, so which is what led to this Underground match. So I'm excited for that. Now we are at the end. So next episode will be June 14th at 5 p.m. EST. We'll talk about the NXT Battleground results, and we'll talk about WWE Crash at the Castle predictions. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.